Tonight on the program, we take a look at the challenges and opportunities in exporting Thai rice after India imposed a rice export ban. Then we look at the possible keys to an economic revival under the new administration from the perspectives of two economists. Finally, we will explore street art, which is not only found on the streets of Bangkok. Swadika, I'm Nad Bunag and welcome to This Week with Thai PBS World. When we think of rice, Thailand has always championed the commodity as their main export. Other countries such as India have overtaken Thailand as the world's largest rice exporters in recent years. However, India has banned the export of rice, and this provides opportunities for Thailand in terms of its positioning, not only regarding the export of rice, but also the long-term strategy for how the country improves the quality and productivity of its rice. Let's find out more with Warisara Sehan.
Thailand and Vietnam are now the two most competitive rice exporters after India stopped rice exports due to the high domestic price. The price of rice in Thailand has surged to 12,000 to 15,000 per ton. This affects the whole rice supply chain, from farmers and millers to the exporters. India's decision could provide an opportunity for Thai farmers to earn more profit and make a better living. Pramod Charan explained to Thai PBS World that this is the first time in 20 years that Thai farmers may be making a better living. The price of paddy has risen to 2 to 3 times its former price. As a result, farmers are keen to grow more rice.
แล้วตอนนี้ราคามันดีทำให้ชาวนาเราตื่นตัวแล้วก็ต้องรีบทำเพราะว่ามันเป็นนาทีทองช่วงโอกาสไม่ยาวครับในรอบร่วม20 ปีนะเมื่อ3 ปีที่แล้วเราได้แค่ตันละ 6,000 7,000 ตอนนี้ราคาดีและชาวนาเราก็พออยู่ได้ครับ
This changing circumstance also has affected Thai rice millers, causing them to face a downturn. Rangsan Sabai president of the Thai Rice Millers Association, explained that Thai rice exporters usually have pre-orders with the prices already agreed. Then the rice in the orders will be shipped on the date that they agreed. This time, however, they have pre-orders with the former prices. For this reason, during this period, Thai rice millers need to buy and stock up paddy at higher prices, but they have to sell the rice at the former price.
ราคาข้าวเปลือกเนี่ยผูกพันกับราคาข้าวสารวันไหนที่ผู้ส่งออกแจ้งราคาข้าวสารซื้อข้าวสารเราราคาขยับขึ้นในนาทีถัดมาเนี่ยเราก็ซื้อข้าวเปลือกจากเกษตรกรขยับขึ้นตามทันทีตัวโรงสีเองก็แย่งกันซื้อข้าวเปลือกเพราะว่าอยู่ในฤดูกำลังเก็บเกี่ยวพอแย่งกันซื้อก็ซื้อในราคาที่สูงเกินจริงบ้างอะไรบ้างเนี่ยก็อาจจะทำให้ไม่มีกำไรหรืออาจจะขาดทุนได้ทุกคนก็ปั่นป่วนกันหมดเนื่องจากราคามันไม่นิ่งนะครับ
The president of Thai Rice Exporters Association, Police Lieutenant Charan Lao Thamtat and Pramod Charan agree, however, that this fluctuation is uncertain and it could only be a short-term issue.
เพราะว่าประเทศอินเดียถ้าปิดการส่งออกของเขาเนี่ยทำให้ราคาเรามันอัพเร็วขึ้นครับมองในทางตรงนี้นะถ้าเกิดเขาส่งออกได้เราจบราคาจะตกมาดิ่งเลย
Police Lieutenant Charan Lao Thamtat also suggested that the Thai government should have long-term strategies and effective policies in place, apart from Pheu Thai's policy of farmers' debt moratoria, transplanted rice field implementation, fertilizers cost reduction, and increased rice productivity. Additionally, Associate Professor Somporn Isawilanon, a senior fellow at the Agricultural Policy Research Network of Thailand, agrees that the Thai government needs to have a policy regarding the development of rice varieties to increase Thai rice productivity. To enable Thailand to become a stronger rice exporter, he added that the government should be focusing on rice research and development, along with irrigation systems and lowering the cost of rice production.
ถ้าเราอยากจะกลับมาเป็นผู้ส่งออกรายใหญ่ที่เข้มแข็งของโลกนะเราต้องเน้นเรื่องการพัฒนาพันธุ์ข้าวนะเน้นเรื่องการลดต้นทุนการเพาะปลูกตอนนี้เราแพงกว่าเขาหมดนะค่าแรงเราก็แพงกว่าเวียดนามค่าไฟฟ้าเราก็แพงกว่าเวียดนามค่าน้ำมันผมก็เชื่อว่าก็แพงกว่าเวียดนามนะแต่ผลผลิตต่อไร่เราก็ต่ำอีกเพราะทุกปีเราใช้เงินเป็นแสนล้านนะที่มาช่วยชาวนานะครับแต่คุณรู้ไหมถ้าคุณใช้เงินแสนล้านเนี่ยมาปรับปรุงพันธุ์ข้าวมาทำให้ระบบชลประทานเราดีขึ้นเท่านี้แหละคุณจะทำให้อุตสาหกรรมนี้เปลี่ยนแปลงไปเลยคุณจะมีผลผลิตมากขึ้นเยอะ
According to USDA Global Market Analysis of Foreign Agricultural Services, the price of Thai rice exports has risen from $125 to $657 in the past month. To push Thai rice exporters up to their standards to maintain these prices in the long term, the Thai government needs to look at the actual causes and come up with the solid strategies for long-term results. This is not the first time that global markets have been affected by an Indian rice export ban. What should be closely monitored, however, is how long the ban remains in place. It is now the job of the new Thai government to come up with the game-changing policies. Warisala Sehan reporting for Thai PBS World.
In fact, Thailand produces more food than it consumes, while the government always had this huge ambition to make Thailand as the kitchen of the world. Despite the abundance of food, however, malnutrition remains a problem. Our reporter Jirapa Bunyatat discussed the challenges with an expert from the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives who emphasized the significance of food and nutrition security.
In 2022, Thailand ranked 13th in the world as a food exporter. The ranking in terms of food security, however, dropped from 51 in the previous year to 64, according to the 2022 Global Food Security Index. As a result, Thailand's food security ranking is ranked 5th in ASEAN after Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam, and Indonesia. Moreover, data from the Global Hunger Index 2023 show that out of 116 countries worldwide, Thailand ranked 53rd in the food access category. This means that approximately 6.2 million people, or 8.8% of the total population of Thailand, lack the ability to acquire quality food and adequate nutrition. This is reflected in the levels of malnutrition and hunger reported.
I think before that we talk about food security, food safety, which is the thing that we make sure that we produce a quality food with a nutritious to all the people. One thing that in the SDG or the Sustainable Development by 2030, there's one of the SDG, which is SDG 2. We want to have zero hunger, but we still struggle for that. I think maybe with no matter how much you produce food, you still have malnutrition.
Dr. Vanida emphasizes the importance of ensuring that the Thai population has enough information to make informed decisions when choosing their food, so the right choice is made.
We still have stunned children, which is undernourished, and we still have problem with the NCD, which is non-communication disease, which is mostly metabolic. We still get obese people, we get diabetes. So I think this time is not only food security, but you have to think about food and nutrition security. So I think that's what we're doing right now. We looking at as a system approach. We look at the food system. If we want to achieve SDG that we committed by 2030, We need to change the way we consume and produce.
If Thailand wants to achieve SDG 2, which is to eliminate hunger among our citizens by 2030, to which the country is committed internationally, it's time for us to not only consider how we consume, but Dr. Vanida suggests that we also evaluate agricultural production for sustainability and its societal and environmental impacts. Jarapha Bunyatat reporting for Thai PBS World.
As Thailand's government proposed policies to address economic issues, foreign investors are demanding a speedy rollout to maintain stability with transparency. The JFCCT told Thai PBS World that digitalization and regulatory reform will be the effective strategies to pull in more foreign direct investment.
Foreign direct investment is key to bolstering Thailand's economy, while Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin has vowed to implement an economic stimulation package swiftly to pull the country out of the economic doldrums. Foreign business leaders suggest political stability and clear regulations for investors are just as important. In an interview with Thai PBS World, Vibeke Lisonglawal, chairwoman of the Joint Foreign Chamber of Commerce, emphasized that the digital wallet policy could help the local economy, but transparency in the implementation of this policy is crucial.
It will have to be fully digital and fully transparent, which may cause some challenges, in particular for the elderly. It will create more domestic buying power. But again, I think that we have to be mindful that it's done very transparently.
In addition to the digital wallet scheme, the visa-free policy for Chinese and Kazakhstani citizens could help revitalize Thailand's tourism industry. La Roque suggested that the government should also deal with the complicated visa regulations for exhibitors in the meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions, or MICE sector, which generates vital income from global business travel.
The government will try to do a fast-track visa for exhibitors, which is very good. But they also should not forget about the fact that in order to set up a booth at one of those exhibitions and to sell your products there is still a need in some areas for a work permit. So they need to look at both visa and work permit for this.
The Joint Foreign Chamber of Commerce, an umbrella organization with more than 9,000 companies as members, hopes that Prime Minister Srettha can make speedy moves to digitalize platforms, reform regulation, and reshape education.
One thing that is really time-consuming is that every ministry works separated. So digitalizing the government with the whole government, so with only one single sign-on. What that I mean is that when you sign on, you can enter to all ministries. Education is not just education where you go to school and then you graduate and you get a job. Education is all the way through the system, so lifelong learning is important. Educating or reskill, upskill, or new skill for the new target industries will be important.
The chairwoman stressed that dealing with the problems resulting from climate change is important if Thailand is to maintain its competitiveness. Thailand will not be able to stay competitive in comparison with neighboring countries if Srettha's government does not seriously tackle the environmental issues.
Without the government commitment to a net zero greenhouse gas, I think Thailand will definitely not be competitive with other countries. So a clear clean air policy as an example. And I think the goal is to implement this by 2065. I think that's a bit too far away. Let's cut down the time and let's show real commitment to it.
Another much talked about policy of Pheu Thai, the ruling party, is the pledge to push for a minimum monthly wage of 25,000 baht for bachelor degree holders, which, however, was not included in the policy statement Prime Minister Sethar delivered to Parliament this week. Laruok highlighted that the government should be cautious in implementing this policy, which requires consultation with the private sector.
We shouldn't always look at just the salary, but we should also look at the productivity. Because increase in salary is fine if productivity goes up. But at the moment, productivity is not a focus. So I believe we need to be mindful to how we implement this, that it's done over time. And I think businesses will work with the government to see that this is done so that we can still stay competitive. And in particular for SME, I think this is something that is important because to take an increase from what has been campaigned with, to take that increase from in a short time will be very difficult.
Given challenges ahead, Laruok still has full confidence in Thailand in terms of the strength in its economy. Laruok said the cooperation between the government and the private sector could reinforce Thailand's economic power. She also urged the new government to come up with more incentives to attract foreign investment. Frank Kanshi reporting for Thai PBS World.
We still have more insights about Thailand's economic recovery, but before that, let's have a look at the other stories in our weekly roundup.
Prime Minister Sethar Thavisin delivered his policy statement in Parliament, listing the urgent policies that need to be implemented, such as the digital wallet scheme, reducing energy prices, and boosting tourism in the country. The opposition parties took the opportunity to criticize the digital wallet scheme, particularly the details of the funding, while also stating that several promises in Pheu Thai Party's election manifesto were not included in the policy statement. Thailand will grant visa exemption to Chinese and Kazakhstani tourists starting on September 25th in an effort to boost arrivals over the year end. The Ministry of Tourism and Sports had forecast that 5 to 7 million Chinese tourists would visit Thailand between January and July this year, but only 2 million actually arrived, mainly due to the economic slowdown in China. Pitha Limcharoenrat has decided to step down as the leader of the Move Forward party, paving the way for the party's committee to select his replacement, who will also act as the opposition leader in parliament. Pitha's MP status is currently suspended pending investigation over his shares in the now defunct ITV channel. Meanwhile, Pitha's name has been included on Time magazine's list Time 100 Next for 2023.
Prime Minister Sethar Thavisin has delivered a policy statement, but the Pheu Thai's election manifesto promise of an increased daily minimum wage was not included. The CEO of one of Thailand's major commercial banks fully supports raising the daily minimum wage to mitigate the country's household debt and material recognition that the tourism industry will be the major driver of economic recovery.
Thailand's Prime Minister Sethar Thavisin made reviving the economy a cornerstone of his policy statement, which he delivered in Parliament this week. The top executive of one of Thailand's major banks has lent his full support to the new Thai government's prioritization of the economy. In an exclusive interview with Thai PBS World, CEO and President of LH Bank Shi Jingfu emphasized that tourism industry is key to incentivizing the economy, where an increase in the minimum wage was not mentioned specifically in Sethar's policy statement. Shi said he strongly supports his policy to mitigate high household debt.
Reviving tourism will help a lot to this local economy. And also, I quite agree to the government propose to raise the minimum wage. I think the raise of minimum wage not just about increase the local consumption, that can also fundamentally help alleviate the household debt problem. Because if that is not resolved, that will hurt the consumption in the future. So I think to raise the minimum wage, make more even distribution of wealth among the general public is also a good factor, contribute to the local economy for a long term.
Diversifying supply chains helps to reduce reliance on certain countries in the region. She emphasized that Thailand has a few advantages when attracting foreign direct investment and influence in Southeast Asia.
Thailand, among the South Asia countries, has special advantage. It's open culture. And in the open culture is quite welcoming to foreign investment. And open culture also allow foreign labor have more liberty to add to the supply to the local labors. And also, I think Thailand government is keen to build good infrastructure. The high-speed road, high-speed rail is all ongoing. And you have quite natural good airports and harbors. Yes. This all natural advantage. And for a long time, Thailand is quite strong in auto home appliance industry. That also helped to strengthen the metal and processing.
Environmental, social, and corporate governance, a framework to assess an organization's business practices and performance on various sustainability issues, is one of the initiatives for which LH Bank has planned for a long time. The CEO stressed that costs will magnify rapidly in the future if companies do not comply with Bank of Thailand's regulations on sustainable finance.
Corporation as of today looking at the climate change and uneven distribution of wealth, that all pose great risk for all the individual and corporation in decades to come. So I think first, by comply with the regulatory initiative, where we observe the BOT policy, and we already set up the ESG policy to be sensitive to the ESG sensitive sector about lending. Investing activities, and we set a committee to govern these initiatives.
Building an international network to connect different markets in one financial system is vital. She shared the reason why CTBC, a Taiwanese bank where he worked for more than 20 years, strategically procured major shares of LH Bank. She, as the newly appointed CEO by the CTBC management, say that while Thailand is still considered a lucrative market for banking, it will stand to benefit more from the realignment in global supply chains.
We actually set up a rep office in Thailand 27 years ago with an ambition. Wanted to have a business entity as early as possible. Okay, but we did it without a quick success until 2017 that we had a chance to join LHFG, and that we all started. And so the international network, including Market Thailand, complement to our strategy to use the international network to service our customer. Thai market by itself also is a sizable market we are looking at. So Thai is a country, mid-sized population, and the GDP now is become more, relatively sizable. It's more than 500 billion. And it's well diversified in service and manufacturing industry, and has a very good balance import and export, close to US dollar 300 billion a year.
She said the strength of Thailand's market lies in the robust growth of its SMEs and FDI. That explains why she underscored the need for a faster pace of digitalization for smaller banks to stay competitive. LH Bank's loan portfolio contains loans to SMEs, large corporates, and retail customers. He cited the upgrading of the e-banking platforms to expedite loan processing, hoping to see the SME loan portfolio grow from 30% this year to 35% by 2027. Fan Kan-shi reporting for Thai PBS World.
Now let's move on to arts and culture. In this episode of Walk-A-Tif, Kitipat Chusukjit explores street art, which is not only found on the streets of Bangkok.
dynamic cityscape of Bangkok, street art has emerged as a prominent and captivating aspect, drawing the gaze of both native residents and curious tourists. Over the past few years, the urban art scene has been experiencing a flourish renaissance, boasting meticulously crafted murals and attention-grabbing graffiti texts. The surge in social media has played a significant role in pulling street art into the spotlight, leading to being widespread and enthusiastically embraced. Normally, street art is seen in public on buildings, on streets, and other public surfaces. At the two All Bystanders exhibition, street art lovers can appreciate Thailand's famous street artwork from Temporary West in the art gallery.
ถ้าเทียบง่ายๆเหมือนคนที่ลงคอร์ตจริงๆในสนามบาสอะไรเงี้ยกับคนที่นั่งสำรองหรือคนดูอะไรเงี้ยเราก็เลยกลายมาเป็น True All Bystander คือถึงผู้ที่แค่ยืนดูหรือไม่ได้ลงมือทำเพราะฉะนั้นมันก็เลยกลายเป็นเหมือนอารมณ์ว่าเหมือนเรารู้สึกว่าการจะทำอะไรสักอย่างพวกซับคัลเจอร์หรืออะไรให้มันเกิดขึ้นมาเป็นชิ้นเป็นอันมันก็ต้องเกิดจากการลงมือทำอะไรเงี้ยฮะซึ่งอันนี้ก็เหมือนเป็นการส่งกลับไปให้คนที่เขายังลังเลอยู่หรืออะไรเงี้ยว่าโอเคคุณอาจจะ take inspire จากการลงมือทำของเราแล้วเปลี่ยนคุณจาก bystander มาเป็นอย่างอื่นนะอะไรเงี้ย
This exhibition vividly portrays street life and culture through the medium of street art and art form displayed in public spaces. 10 artists from Temporary West including Dio, Hoey, Freak, Mr. Cream, Oron, Akoi, Young Prey, Peekaboo, Montemouth, and Y have skillfully translated street art into an indoor setting. Each artist has embraced their unique practices and styles, resulting in the creation of over 40 diverse works across various media. These artworks encompass not only spray painting, but also photography, moving images, mixed media, sculptures, and textiles. Temporary West is a crew of street artists based in Bangkok, which was formed in Prachuapkhirikan, a coastal province in western Thailand. The crew aimed at creating a public mural to help revitalize the subculture scene in the province. Since then, the crew has been actively engaged in public mural and commercial projects across Thailand and overseas.
ก็คือ temporary เนี่ยก็คือตอนแรกเราคิดแค่ว่ามันเป็นกลุ่มชั่วคราวก็คือเป็นการรวมกันเฉพาะกิจอะไรอย่างนี้แล้วก็ West ก็คือด้วยความอาจจะอินฮิปฮอปด้วยก็เลยรู้สึกว่าประจวบมันก็เป็น West Coast ของบ้านเราอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเราก็เลยเอา Temporary West มาใส่เป็นชื่อแล้วสุดท้ายมันก็จับพัดจับผูกมาเป็นชื่อทีมเลย
The focal point of the two All Bystanders exhibition is its vivid portrayal of street culture through a diverse array of artworks. A particularly noteworthy piece is a wall that extends for over 5 meters. Here, each artist has infused their creativity and individuality into canvas, employing spray paint to craft a distinctive and striking graffiti masterpiece. Another remarkable highlight is the Fingerboard Skate Park, a sculpture by Hoey. This interactive piece provides a dedicated space for visitors to engage in fingerboarding, offering a unique and immersive experience that mirrors yet another facet of street culture and lifestyle.
ผมว่าคนไม่ค่อยเคยเห็น street exhibition ประมาณนี้ครับในบ้านเรานะผมไม่ได้หมายถึงในระดับโลกอะไรเงี้ยแต่ผมรู้สึกว่าอาจจะอยากให้มาดูเพราะว่าคุณอาจจะเห็นมุมมองหรือว่ารูปแบบใหม่ๆของการทำสตรีทหรือการที่งานสตรีทมาอยู่ในพื้นที่ของแกลเลอรี่ที่เป็นมีความฟอร์มอลขึ้นอะไรเงี้ยซึ่งผมรู้สึกว่าอยากให้มาดูเพราะว่ามันน่าจะได้แรงบันดาลใจโดยเฉพาะศิลปินที่ทำอะไรแบบเดียวกันกับเราเนี่ยมันจะได้ give inspiration กันแล้วก็ส่วนคนที่มาดูหรือเป็นคนที่เสพเฉยๆเนี่ยผมรู้สึกว่าเขาจะได้เห็นมิติใหม่ๆจากการทำงานสตรีทที่เบรนเข้ากับไฟอาร์ตหรือมีเดียอื่นๆนอกเหนือจากงานที่เป็น character design ที่เขาเคยเห็นอะไรเงี้ยครับ
For street art lovers, the two All Bystanders street art exhibition is open with no admission fee until October 22nd, 2023 at the JWD Art Space from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. except Mondays. Gitipat Chilsukjit reporting for Thai PBS World.
And that wraps up tonight's edition of This Week with Thai PBS World. Join us every Friday at 10:30 p.m. only on Thai PBS. And don't forget to follow us on social media and our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest updates about Thailand as well as analyses. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. สวัสดีค่ะ